And when I say traveling to central bank, to treasury, to control budget, these are daily things. So you can imagine how much we spend as government on this. Then the multiplicity of taxes levies by the county government to business community at the county level, duplication and multiplicity of obtaining approval from regulatories at both national government and county government. The county government to charge on all approval related to devolved function, while national government develop the standards to be utilized by the counties. All county governments to agree on ceiling for taxes on branding. Firefighting license to be issued by a central regulatory body and the revenue collected to be shared equitably by the Commission on Revenue Allocation. We are looking at multiplicity of taxes, especially between counties and also at the national level. We are saying that this should be streamlined so that taxes are agreed across the entire country, so that if we are transiting to Bungoma, to Kisii, to Kirinyaga, the taxes should be standard. Wastage of resources, double allocation of resources, and conflict between county governments, Kenya Rural Roads Authority, KERA, and Kenya Urban Roads Authority in development county roads. There is a lot of duplication, and as such, corruption has arisen because you cannot distinguish which is a county road, which is a KERA road, which is a Kura road. And you will find that since devolution, these two institutions, even their budget has really contracted. And we feel that either they are merged with the county governments or they are returned at the national level so that those roads are clearly done by the county government. So there is a clear split of roads between the two levels of government. This is national government roads, and these are county government roads. Because of the existence of these two institutions, there is total confusion. The other one is public health facilities continue to lose money due to the National Health Insurance Fund preference for private facilities. If you look at where the NHIF makes their reimbursement most, private hospitals get about 70%, while the national, the government, both at national and national level, get only 30%. We are recommending that a national body be created to handle issues of registration, pooling of funds, and a body to have branches in all the counties. A national body be created to deal with accreditation and standards. Each county to have a body that handles insurance approvals and payment. Because this particular institution, NHIF, is centralized here in Nairobi. So all approvals have to come to Nairobi. The other issue, this is fairly administrative. This is a conditional grant from the Ministry of Education for vocational training, and the county government is requesting that this balance of 1.04 billion for the financial year of 2018-2019 has not been released to date. And that's why we are calling it, this is a simply administrative issue. The other issue is that ECD has now been introduced as a formal education for the first 2 years. But unfortunately, it has not been put on the National Education Management Information System. The national government is still starting from Standard 1, Grade 1 onwards, when it is clear now that the two ECDs, classes of 4 years and 5 years, are now part of the national education system. So we are saying that NIMI's system should include ECD. Now, issues relating to legislative reforms in the Governmental Regulation Act, while the County Government Act and the Intergovernmental Relations Act recognizes the Council of Governors, this has been an issue that the Secretariat of the Council of Governors itself is not anchored in law. So we are saying that we should amend Section 19 of the Intergovernmental Act so that the Secretariat of the Council of Governors is anchored in law. We have suggested quite a number of amendments to make sure, and these are acts that are in existence that do not respect devolution. They have been there before devolution, and no effort has been made to amend them. One is the Dairy Industry Act, Cap 336, the Crops Act 2013, the Fisheries Management Development Act number 35 of 2016, the Cooperative Societies Act, Cap 490, and SACCO Society Act, and Micro and Small Enterprises Act 2015, the Special Economic Zone Act 2015, the Housing Act, the Surveying Act, the Kenya Roads Act. I'll now end on the Kenya Roads Act. We have pointed out special areas that we need these particular acts that I have mentioned to be amended so that they respect devolution. On the Kenya Roads Act, we already agreed under the IBEC, in the Governmental Budget and Economic Committee, which is chaired by the Deputy President, we agreed that the allocation to counties, in view of the recent classification of roads, sharing of roads between the national government and the county government, be increased from 15 to 20% of the share that is collected under the road maintenance levy fund. This was agreed, but unfortunately, this has not been amended. Now, the KEMSA Amendment Act, we are proposing that this act be amended because the way the act is at the present, it has created a monopoly, which is against the Monopolies Act, which forces the county government, all county governments and other government agencies to purchase medicines and drugs from KEMSA, which is not possible because at the moment KEMSA has no capacity, and sometimes you order and it takes as long as 2 months to have deliveries, and this creates a problem on service delivery. Now, on Health Act 2018, there are sections of the Act that close back on the function of the county health services as assigned in the 4th schedule of the Constitution. We are